Yanide Fragua from Euskal Televista. Yesterday you talked about a blackout having been scored 3 goals. There's a bit of a blackout, the fact that we got scored 3 goals. Well, it's true. We haven't managed the goal, the fact that we conceded a goal, especially in the second play with the penalty and the sending off, which hurt us a lot and has conditioned the whole match. In 11 against 11, we were doing well. We were getting to the box clearly. We have had 2 very clear chances, and we didn't score, but they did. And then we had the penalty that has had an effect on the entire match. Radio Popular, Ernesto Jimenez. I'm going to ask about that penalty. There was a potential handball by Garnacho, and then there was the red card. You didn't understand at the bench what was going on. It has marked the entire playoff. Well, the playoff has not finished yet. We have challenged a previous handball by Garnacho. We thought that it had hit his hand, and we believe that, something that the referee needs to assess, and the play continued, and that's what we challenged. But it's the ref who needs to referee. And it's being too much of a punishment, not only by the fact that they were going to be 0-2 down, but because we had to play with 1 man down. So we have felt that, of course. José Manuel Mojanda from Onda Vasca, with everything that has happened and the misses, the sending off, how was the first goal? It's a midfielder that goes as a winger, and then, well, the midfielder is a good player, and when you get beaten by the opponent and you get beaten 3 down, that's because they got the things right, and we were good at certain times, and in the pitch, the things that have happened in the pitch, it was an unfortunate play for us, the first goal. But Manchester United type of teams, they have no mercy, and they're very confident. They're very confident, especially with the final third, and that's how they play. And we need to learn from that, and that's what football is about. Alberto Negro from Radio Euskadi. You have generated a lot of chances over the first 30 minutes. Can we draw the conclusion that we can, despite a very harsh score, we can lift the team, and the supporters cheered on the team? Of course, this is a very bad result, and that's what we take to Old Trafford, a very bad result from here. But we need to play that match. We are not going to give anything for granted, or that the fact that we think we're going to lose. We have a very adverse result, and we know who we have to play against. But we feel that when we are playing 11 against 11, there was a difference more in our favor than in their favor. The penalty has had a lot of impact. Rather the first goal, that pressure, we were not able to absorb that pressure. We were a bit doubtful at that point. Hi, Ernesto. Cadena Ser y Radio Euskadi. Given the context of the semi-final, because the final will take place in Bilbao, and considering the result, is probably one of your hardest nights as the head coach of Athletic? No, by no means. Well, maybe in some time I will say the opposite, but right now, no, I don't think so. There are matches where you play poorly or everything goes the other way. Well, of course, we did things poorly at some points, but I think that we were on we did perform. It was very difficult or hard because we wanted to get to the final. We want to get to the final. But right from the beginning of the season, the final being at your stadium doesn't mean that you have an advantage. Of course, it's a motivation, an extra motivation, but you have to play against very good teams. And in all the matches that we've played, if you are able to finalize the chances and the opponent does finalize the score, the chances is what happens. And it seems that it's easy, but it is not easy. Football is as it is. There are good teams, good players, and they don't miss. And we need to accept things, we need to improve and move forward. Green Doyle, what did you tell the players when you got to the dressing room? And what can we tell fans and those that are going to travel to Old Trafford to cheer the team? What could you tell them? When you go into a stadium, I know that I can win, draw or lose. There are those possibilities. I love to win, but there's a possibility to lose and to get a draw. But when you learn, when you're in my position, is to take on things, to accept things when things happen and to try to improve them. Those of us, those who have seen us, when we've been 11 against 11, the team has been performing well with the intention to win and with the chances to win too. Defeats are always hard. And at Old Trafford, we're going to try and do the same. We're going to try and win, as we always do. We might be fortunate or not. They have some players that are good. The midfielder can do a very good cross out from the corner. When you think that he's not going to do it, there's going to be another controversial play in the second half when they grab Marwan. Is that a red card or not a red card? Well, I'm the head coach. I'm the coach. Sometimes it's difficult to accept some decisions when they are against me. Well, if you ask me, I would say there's not a penalty, that Vivian shouldn't have been sent off, and we would have won the match. That's what I said. I don't know. So it's true that we challenged the decision. In our opinion, it was a foul. I don't know whether it was red or not. Thank you.